Okay, so this one's really interesting. It's a story plucked straight from history from World War II. Now it's coming to life in a play at the University of Memphis. And joining us today, director of The Night Witches, Kaylee Jo Egner, and one of the production's actors, Erin McKee. Thanks so much for being here.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Okay, so tell me, Kaylee, who were the Night Witches?
Okay, so it's super fascinating. It's, like you said, based on true historical regiment of women of the 588th Night Air Bomber Regiment of the Soviet Union in the Second World War. They were all female soldiers ranging in age from like 16 to 27, but there were a lot of reports of women kind of embellishing their age to join younger than that as well.
So they were embellishing their age because they wanted to fight?
Yeah, it was really, there was a woman named Marina Ryskova, and she was a pilot and petitioned Stalin to create this regiment because there were women who wanted to join in the fight. And it was so really impassioned that he agreed, and it was a volunteer base. She started recruiting women out of schools and they trained them up.
Wow. Okay, Erin, let's talk about your role.
Yes, absolutely. I am playing Seraphima, who is actually based on a real person. And she was a pilot and a deputy commander, and she was originally from Siberia, and she was just very passionate about pilots and planes, and really wanted to give back to the country that she was living in at the time.
Do you guys kind of look at what's happening historically now and you're just like, why do I feel like nothing has changed? I mean, I don't know, the little things.
I think, you know, history is cyclical always, right? But what I really take most is the way that you see communities bonding together the way that in war communities always will, especially like femininity and female communities, the way that historically there's a sense of caretaking that comes through really strong in the play that I'm really glad to see in the communities I'm around now.
Wow, and so we do have footage of your rehearsal. I always love to see the preparation. What's going on here?
So this is a depiction that our choreographer Neil Martin and I have worked in the style of the Frantic Assembly, which is a physical theater troupe that depicts one of the explosions of their warplanes.
Wow, and Erin, there's an actual plane on set?
Yes, there is. We have the frame of our PO2 plane, which historically is made solely out of wood and canvas fabric material, which made it very light but also very flammable and not quite durable as well. And so together we sort of form the structure of the plane and use our bodies and each other around us to manipulate the different weather patterns and the different movement patterns that we're experiencing in flight as well.
People don't realize just how much goes into, I mean, blocking, remembering your lines, creating scenes and creating effects, right?
Right.
I've really got to shout out one of my dear friends and our scenic designer, Julia Kowalski. A lot of the ideas for how to stage this plane came from her, and how we use bodies to actually make the support in the top wing. This is an incredible feat in her. She's one of our scenic design graduate students, so a lot of the credit to that goes to my dear sister, Julia.
Sounds like math.
There's a lot of math.
Yeah,
and we were talking about physics, like our lighting designer, one of our faculty was like, if we have the plane here, the searchlights have to come from this angle, and because of the like angles of light and how they refract, we'd have to have it there. It's really complex.
Oh my goodness.
We were doing some astrophysics trying to
well, you know, our theater play has astrophysics. How about that? Can you talk about, both of you talk about what it feels like to approach something that is historical from a role standpoint and then from directing?
Absolutely. With this adaptation by Rachel Bublitz, there is a lot of language that we are very familiar with in the 21st century, and that has been really easy to attach to because the heart is timeless, and these relationships and sisterhood and love and the sense of justice and fighting for what it's right is something that will never go away and something that can be tied to. There's a lot of historical references being in the planes and our attire, and it's really interesting in the creative process, tying in between what are the things that I get to influence and what are the things being influenced around us.
On the screen right now, we're showing the days and times. Can you so weekend, April 23rd through 25th, 7:30 p.m. and then there's the 2 p.m. the 25th and 26th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's over. This is on the campus.
Yes. So we're in the Edward and Bernice Humphreys Theater building, right off of Central Avenue at the University of Memphis.
Thank you so much for coming and bringing us a little history, astrophysics, all the things. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Have a great show. Break a leg.
Thank you.